Joining us for today's match in the Commonwealth Bank Cup. And the clash we have for you features one of the real improvers in the competition. That's Camden High School. Their opponents today will be Ingleburn High. And without taking anything away from the Ingleburn players, there are some very talented youngsters in this Camden lineup. We'll have a look at the fact sheets for the two schools. First of all, Camden High. Among their former students, two pretty good fullbacks there, Mick Potter and the late Gary Dowling. And their opponents today, Ingleburn High School. They're not really known for their efforts in rugby league, but it's a different story when you come to the sports of baseball and softball. It's their first television game in the Commonwealth Bank Cup. With me in commentary again, Steve Roach. There's some good ones in this one.
Well, there certainly is. I was looking forward to my second look at Camden. Some outstanding players. One player to watch. I'm not kidding. This kid is one of the best schoolboy footballers I've seen. Michael Pez. And what's more, he's signed with the Tigers for 3 seasons.
Right then, Michael Pez, the player to watch, and he's the man who leads the Camden side out. And as we say, it is a very talented lineup, this one. They start this match as hot favourites, and we'll have a look at their lineup for today. Other players to look out for: the centre, Greg Murdoch, the 5'8", Denny O'Brien, and some good forwards in there, Nathan Barnard up front, and Stephen Bernhard in the second row. Their coach is Brett Smith. And a big moment for these players from Ingleburn with their first television game. They're led out by their captain, Paul Lynn. He is the halfback. And it's a big assignment for them, but Ingleburn representing their school in the Commonwealth Bank Cup. Their coach is Adam Sergeant Wilson, a former lower grader with the Steelers. And a late change in that lineup. The unlikely name of Joe Coe comes into the front row in jumper 19. That's him on screen. Steve Clapson in charge of today's match. And for the first half, it's Camden from left to right, the yellow and green of Ingleburn. And first touch of the ball with Todd Gunning. And there is some crunching defence for the first tackle of the game. You like to start like that. Stephen Bernhard came up with a bone rattler. And there's plenty of enthusiasm there as he teams with the front rower Nathan Barnard to make that tackle. That was on Todd Gunning. Ingleburn trapped in their 20. And the same two players again to make the tackle. I reckon they're on the case. It was a good tackle that time on Michael Henney. And Ingleburn, some loose players. They look to spread the ball. Camden side, it's their best side they've ever fielded in the Commonwealth Bank Cup. And I can report that the winner out of today's match, waiting around the corner, is St Gregory's College of Campbelltown. That's a good take from Gavin Devine, and up over the 40 he goes.
Well, not a bad start from Camden. Some crunching defence in that first set of 6 too from Bernhard especially. Here's the first penalty of the match. Ingleburn just inside the 10 metres.
A decision being taken to go for goal for Denny O'Brien, the 5'8".
Well, how many times do you see that? I've never seen this before. One set of 6 tackles. A penalty on the second tackle, and just having a shot for gold now without even having to take the football forward.
Denny O'Brien then, the 5'8", backing up from last year's side from 21 metres out, and he struck it beautifully, Denny O'Brien. It's rare that we see a penalty goal in Commonwealth Bank Cup football, but Camden, early advantage over Ingleburn, 2-0. So Ingleburn away with Todd Gunning and going for the short kick-off, and it's going to come off a treat, as it does for the Ingleburn side. So they know they're up against it, but they're willing to try a few things, and they caught the Camden side on the hop. They work the right side of the ruck. Lynn feeding it on, and they're forced back in field. There's lifting tackle and driving defence from Matthew Clifton. And his go this time is Kirk, and they're there in numbers again, swarming defence from Camden High School. Ingleburn doing their best, 35 metres out from the line. Lynn with a chance to attack, and some numbers here on the right side. Cox away to McClelland. The cover is across. Just inside the 30. Now with Gunning. Putting pressure here on Kevin Fisher at the back for Camden. He leaps high and no troubles at all for the number 1.
Beautiful take there from Fisher. Ingleburn defence all gathered around the football. Won't be long before we see this Camden side, although they only have the ball twice.
Away goes Murdoch to centre. There's plenty of defence there, but they were taking their time getting to him. He gets up to halfway. Good quick play the ball now with Pez. Across for O'Brien and then away for Patterson. And almost an intercept for Lynn. Well, I tell you what, it's a long way out, but that may have saved a try because Camden had a 2-man overlap.
Yeah, good play there from young Lynn. It was all or nothing there, the intercept. Here's the pass on the outside now. And had he not knocked forward that ball, I think he would have sure A try to Camden in the corner.
Guys. Stay.
So spreading the ball from this scrum. Again, Murdoch involved and away for Mark Lowe. Dangerous out wide as they look to get around the opponents now as Patterson. Inside the 30 that time.
And just have a look at the defence. The back row caught right out here about 4 wide. That's not very good. It won't take long for someone to sum that up.
Barnard gets it inside the 20. It was better defence that time from Ingleburn, and Pez goes up to the line. He draws in the defence, and here comes the first try to Camden. O'Brien gets it, I do believe, for them. But that was just working those numbers. They lead by 6 points to 0.
Well, if you have a look at it out wide, number 9, 10 and 11 caught 2 off the ruck. There's the problem there, walking with their backs back into the defensive line. And Pez sees the opportunity there, goes straight at the big second row of the offload. And there's the hooker that misses a tackle out wide. That's McPhee, and the easiest of tries to Camden.
Second kick for the day for young Denny O'Brien. From a similar position to his first attempt, this one swings just wide of the posts. So we're left with a scoreline of Camden High leading Ingleburn 6-0.
A special Origin preview.
Full steam ahead basically there for Russell.
Yeah, good tackle there from young Lynn, the halfback leading the way for his side. And the defensive line not moving up quick enough. There's another mistake out wide, knocked back, the referee calls.
Michael Pez, our player to watch, he's been allowed to carry it all the way up to the defensive line. He's keeping them guessing, and O'Brien spreads it this time. And they keep it going. Into the line came Lowe, and Lowe gets away from one.
And Andrew, you saw who missed the tackle there, the big number 10, Verity, caught out wide once again. This is going to be a slaughter if it keeps happening.
Murdoch, he slips a pass, and Lynn comes up with an intercept. For Ingleburn, he's been in the right spot at the right time. So the pressure off for the moment as McPhee goes from dummy half, and the bone-jarring defence coughs the ball up. Knock on against Ingleburn.
Yeah, good tackle over the top there from O'Brien. A man in underneath. Just aimed straight at the football. Have a look at this for a crashing tackle there, using his shoulder. McPhee trying to offload the football, and the ball knocked out of his hands. This is a dangerous position for Ingleburn to defend from.
Patterson, O'Brien, now with Murdoch, and this is good play from the scrum for Fisher. Inside the 20, away he goes for their second try. That has come off a treat for Camden High School. We're watching a very good side.
Well, quite simply, Andrew, it was just the extra man, the fullback coming in to make the extra man on the outside. The defensive line of Ingleburn, as we've already mentioned, no good. Here he comes in around the back of his 5'8", O'Brien, the hold-up pass. And have a look at the defence there, ordinary defence there. Poor old young Lynn come across there to make the cover from the scrum. Got a perfect opportunity to attack from, and well executed from the Camden side.
This time from right in front for Denny O'Brien. Looks like he's got some talent in the goal-kicking department. That's 2 from 3. Camden 12, Ingleburn 0. Ingleburn away with Gunning. Same position as the last kick-off, and O'Brien picks off the same man, Chris Russell. And Chris Russell gets beyond the 30 this time. Next time round it'll be to the 40. That seems to be his goal as Barnard. One off the ruck, an offload, and quick hands from Adam O'Brien. Away they go with Pez, and up trying to make the ball, and all tackle was Tuttle. The ball has come loose, but Pez cleans up.
Well, the biggest problem that Camden can do now is go wide early. They still got to make the yards in the middle of the ruck before they stretch this defence out wide. Have a look where number 11's caught out wide there, Kirk. He's caught out in the centres again. He'll get beaten here again.
Big line here to the right, Murdoch. He gets his way through the line, now links up inside for Fisher. He's away for his second. Oh, great work from Greg Murdoch, the centre. He was off balance and somehow gets his pass away.
Well, Andrew, it sounds like we're saying the same things all the time. Have a look on the wide shot here. The number 11, the big fella, he's caught out wide. He's a second row. He should not be there. They decide to run through the middle of him. He misses a tackle. Coming across the cover, you're touched inside to Fisher again. Some beautiful work on the inside there, and the easiest of tries to Fisher.
Line in front yet again, and another 2 to the tally. Scoreline blowing out Camden. So impressive, 18-0. Well, Ingleburn, I don't know what the advice is. They've just got to keep at it.
Well, the advice too, Camden control the football so well. They've only had it on 4 occasions and scored. This is the impressive young fellow running out of dummy half now. I'm just waiting for Barnard to line up the big front rower. He looks the goods. Powerfully built young fellow. Here he is taking the ball forward now. Good speed over the first 5 metres.
Nathan Barnard, that time got it up to 35 metres out from the line, and they want to attack. O'Brien, wide ball for Lowe, and Lowe, quick hands down the left flank when Flanier getting the touch on the 20.
And that's better cover defence from Ingleburn there. Centre got across field there. I think it was Cox to make the tackle. When you're caught in no man's land again, you've got to stay on your man, son. That's a good tackle to take him over touch from the number 3, Cunning.
They're desperate for ball. They're not going to get it from this scrum. Against the feed, strong push from the Camden players, and again they spin it with Lowe, wide out to Devine. Devine tries to stand up, and Gunning, good defence again, getting across.
And had Fisher have come in to make the extra man, they'd have scored there.
They're under siege as Patterson tried an inside ball for Pez. Now Adam O'Brien from dummy half. He wants a 4-pointer. Defence this time equal to the task. Camden, 5 metres out from the line. Murdoch, second man play for Patterson. Patterson taken across field. Good defence again, that time from Ben Kirk. But now they open up, and Murdoch, who deserves a try, just strolls over. That is try number 4 for Camden.
Well, what was Tapella doing there? The big fella, Samoan, just a pinch against the grain from the centre 3/4 here. Murdoch, have a look at the big fella standing there with his hands on his hips. Some ordinary defence there. Who are you going to expect to tackle? The hooker.
I see plenty of this man, Denny O'Brien. An avalanche of tries, and he's getting plenty of practice. And it's working. Camden 24, Ingleburn 0, and they're obviously Ingleburn supporters. Gunning again for Ingleburn. That scoreline, 24-0. And no variation with a kick. They kick it straight to O'Brien, and Russell brings it back, but that was good defence that time.
Yeah, but have a look who made the tackle, the fullback. He shouldn't be up there.
It was Stephen Tuttle, right around the ankles, and now Barnard. Adam O'Brien in 14. Now for Pez, there's a step off the left. Played with the Bulldogs juniors last year, but snared by the Tigers. Well, who's the penalty? Well, it could have gone either way. The hands, I thought it was a clean rake, and Pez put his hands on the marker.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there, Andrew. Poor play the ball there for such an experienced young player. Just put the ball down on the ground. And this is fair play. The ball has cleared the ruck. He might have had his hand on him.
Yep.
Cameron.
We'll go with the referee.
Yep.
Looking at the replay, Cameron did have his hands on. He's not happy about it. It was a close one.
And that's the mortal sin played there by Camden. This is the trouble that you can run into when you're so far in front on the scoreboard. You start making silly mistakes and play down to the other team's level.
Ingleburn with Lynn, and it wasn't a good ball, and Topola had a look at the defence coming through and coughed it up.
Have a look at their blind side.
Well, Camden, it's about 6-on-3 down this left side. Murdoch decides to straighten the attack. He gets a call to hold it, and that's what he does, 10 out from the line. On the attack yet again with Patterson, and then O'Brien without looking passes. It was knocked down, knock on against Camden.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there for Barnard. He saw the opening. He ran a fair pace onto the football. Held up beautifully there from the 5'8", O'Brien. Some impressive performances so far in this game from Camden.
Another push in this scrum. It's going to be another one against the feed. Patterson away for O'Brien, then for Fisher, now for Murdoch. One more pass to Flemier, and he sprints over in the corner to score. What is try number 5 for Camden? Again, from a scrum, they've come up with a try.
Yeah, well, simply again, Fisher comes in to make the extra man. Simple play here. A beautiful push from the Camden pack of forwards to push Ingleburn off the scrum. And here's the halfback, Patterson. The quick hands through. Here's Fisher coming in to make the extra man. There's the 2-on-1. Beautifully positioned there from Murdoch. And the wing 3/4 goes in to score the easiest of tries.
O'Brien from the sideline. Again, he struck it, swinging back from Denny O'Brien. It's there. Oh, that is superb. Denny O'Brien takes the score to 30-0. Gunning the centre for Ingleburn, so they've changed their point of attack with the kickoffs. Will that work? Almost a knock on there.
Well, at least they're trying things, Andrew.
Around in the tackle, short of the 30. Could play the ball to that blind side. Pez got a bit of pace and he brushes through some high tackles, then slips a pass inside. Here comes another one. Oh, it is one-way street, is it not? Camden on the boil. They've reached the 30 mark and they're set sights now on 40. Fisher scores it. That is try number 3.
Well, how good is this Fisher at reading the play? Pez decides to scoot up the blind side, beats a couple of feeble attempted tackles. The offload on the inside, that's beautiful play from Fisher. There's no one going to catch this young fellow. Sprints away. Look at the ref. He might get him. But the easiest of tries to Fisher. Not a hand laid on him, but beautifully read from the young fellow.
There's the kick from Denny O'Brien. He gets a little curl on it and it works well again. So they're loving this. Camden High 36, Ingleburn 0. Gunning picks out O'Brien again. The script has been read before and they charge back with Barnard. There's going to be a caution here against one of the Ingleburn players.
Yeah, good run there from Barnard. A high tackle from this man.
Tapola.
Tapola. Just a useless swinging arm here.
Oh. He thought, I've got to stop him some way.
He copped it pretty well too.
5 teammates had a go before him. One of the players we're seeing here, if they're not involved in the junior representative football with Optus Cup clubs, they're playing in the Group 6 competition, and to credit the Group 6, it's one of the strongest groups in the state of New South Wales for rugby league. And here's some driving defence from Lynn. Well, a wrap for Paul Lynn. His effort has been outstanding.
He's
for
been
Ingleburn.
good. Look at the little fella's chase from dummy half. He would have made about 9 tackles so far in this half. But his teammates want to have a look at his work rate.
They're 30 metres out from the Ingleburn line. O'Brien, left side of the ruck. This is Chris Russell. And Russell drops the shoulder, beats 2, beats a 3rd. And Chris Russell, the front rower, gets his name on the scorer's sheet with a barnstorming, if stuttered, run to the try line, 40-0 to Camden.
Well, Ingleburn obviously think that tackle's something you get from a fish shop. This is ordinary defence. Good run there from Chris Russell. Bumps off a few feeble attempts at tackle. And the easiest of tries.
O'Brien had his brother in the side at halfback last year. He's got his cousin at hooker this year. And he can do no wrong with a boot. Every try that they can get over, he's happy to convert. 42-0 Camden over Ingleburn. At this point, you do feel sorry for Ingleburn. They're outclassed. They're trying. There's no doubt about that. They've run into a side, Camden, which we said right from the top is one of the most improved teams in the Commonwealth Bank Cup. And dare I say, they're close to being a force in the competition. But you just feel sorry for them. They're running into a side that is also playing good football as well. They're talented, and they're living up to their reputation.
And they're also well coached. Very good, very well organised, this Camden side. Have a look at this. Some good go-forward men. They've got some pace out wide. Look, I'm a wrap for this Greg Murdoch, the centre 3/4, the number 3 for Camden. Every time he's touched the ball, something's happened.
Good point on Greg Murdoch shortly, and his status with the coach as Pez gets the pass away. A big fend came from Barnard, and now it's on down the right side. The inside ball. Here comes Gavin Devine up to the 20, and Tapola came over the top. Down below was Blaine Pearce for Ingleburn. Last tackle. Can they hold off in this set of 6? O'Brien away for Lowe, then away for Fisher. Fisher is going to set some sort of record. Surely it's never been done before. 4 tries in the first half. Kevin Fisher, the fullback, having a field day.
Well, hasn't he got some speed out wide there? Some good go-forward work there, again from Camden. A number of their players involved. They go wide. Again, he comes in to make the extra man. There's no cover on the inside for the Ingleburn side. And this man knows where the try line is. 4 in the first half. And missed tackles mounting already. Ingleburn with 24.
7 from 8. 14 points, make that 16 for Denny O'Brien, and a try into the bargain. It's 20, and the Camden tally is 48 here at Campbelltown. Well, that's the young man who's coach of the Ingleburn side. He is a young man. He's only 22 years of age. Adam Sargent Wilson, first year at the school. I spoke with him during the week. He knew he was in for a tough time. This is their first match for the year for Ingleburn. That's another point worth making. Now the ball with Gavin Devine for Camden. He's left 2 behind, and there's an injury. The lock forward was left behind, but in the meantime, they're going to sprint away and score. Matthew Clifton, the chase came. It wasn't quite good enough from Tuttle, and I'm losing count of the tries. That's try 9. Stephen, help me.
I'm trying to, desperately. Look, they're totally outclassed, Ingleburn. Feel sorry for him. Here's a wing 3/4 going straight up the middle of your ruck. It never happens. It does today, but offload there to Clifford. And just no cover defence there. I feel sorry for Tuttle. He's tried hard for his side. Come up with a number of tackles, but too much pace there from the lock forward.
The goal-kicking records in Commonwealth Bank Cup football. I reckon he might hold it by the end of this match. 54-0. We're in the first half. Camden lead Ingleburn. Ingleburn, the kick-off with Gunning. The kick-off fielded by Lowe. And up they come with Devine, the man who set up the previous try. A point on Greg Murdoch, the centre, who, Lockie, you've given a rap to. In the Group 6 competition for the club called the Oaks, he comes on and replaces the coach, who's playing first grade. So student replaces coach. And here we have Murdoch, the man who threw the pass inside. Pez put it down.
Yeah, well, fair enough. It's a good time for Camden to start to try things. The flick pass was on there. It wasn't very well executed on the inside to Pez. But certainly if he'd have caught the football, there was space everywhere.
Take you loose.
Ingleburn, they've won a scrum. There is some joy. And Tuttle, they get a cheer from the crowd, and Tuttle has just cleaned up in the tackle. Bernhard made it.
Yeah, been impressed with Bernhard's defence. Plenty of sting in it.
Down the left side, communication in defence. They look to spread the ball wide, and McClelland just thrown over the sideline. And he ran out of room down that left side.
We'll have a look at the hunger in defence here. No room there for the winger. Here's Pez over the top. Just slams his head into the turf just for good measure.
Oh, don't laugh.
Come in square.
2 tries have come from scrums. Not this time, or will there be? Patterson offloads for O'Brien. There's an overlap here with Mark Lowe. The winger came inside, and Lowe gets inside the 40, but the defence regathers, regroups and makes the tackle.
And no one on the blind side.
With Pez. He jinks away. He's found open space away from one of the big men, and Pez now sets sights for the corner. They get across. 3 men to make the cover defence. Good quick play the ball. Devine from dummy half. Tries to shoulder his way over the line. The defence finally comes up with a tackle. 5 metres out. Adam O'Brien. You reckon he's not keen for a try, this bloke?
Yeah, they're all trying to get on the scoreboard. Here's Pez. Good tackle there.
That was from Henny. It comes through the hands. This is last play for Camden. Long pass, almost an intercept. Now with Murdoch, away for Lowe. He throws it past Fisher. If he had have caught that, would have had his 5th try.
And 6 again, but they're going to get a try in a minute. Only 10 metres out.
Camden with Murdoch. 5 metres out. Throws the pass to O'Brien. A player came out of the line trying for the intercept. And can you blame him at this stage?
Yeah, doesn't he look the goods too? O'Brien, the goal kicker, gets on the scoreboard with the try. So many skillful players in this side. A very well-balanced team, this Camden team. I'm sure whoever they play next, they're going to put up a good fight in this Commonwealth Bank Cup.
Well, it'll be St Gregory's College of Campbelltown. Denny O'Brien, 2nd try.
They should have some sort of system where they bring some sort of... Here's the goal kick.
Denny O'Brien, 10th goal. That's half-time. We'll talk more about what we can do with this sort of battle. Camden go to the break. We need a breather. So too you at home. Camden 60, Ingleburn 0. Back back to Campbelltown for the second half. Camden High leading Ingleburn by 60 points to 0. And Ingleburn going for the short kick-off. It's worked for them the second time in the match.
Yeah.
David Bridgefoot came up with a ball.
Oh, that was a little bit high. But to the young fellow's credit, the number 2, McCarthy, gets straight to his feet. It's a tackle from Pez, ball and all stuff. Referee telling him to keep the tackles down.
So Topola, it's telegraphed, he's hit up, and up he comes. He got through the first man. 10 metres out from the line. Well, you can excuse some bias from the commentary box right now. Come on, Ingleburn. Can they get a 4-pointer? Lynn throws it away for Hanny. And here's the defence over the top. Topola's got a new look on the sideline. He's in the blood bin, obviously. Last tackle. Gunning again with a chip over the top. Fielded there, but knocked on by Camden. So a chance to sustain some pressure.
Yeah, good play again from Gunning. That's the second time he's done that in the sets of 6 tackles that they've had. I think the ball went where he really wanted it to go. But good pressure from that young fellow.
Ingleburn, 10 metres out from the line with Lynn. And Lynn throws the short pass for Gunning.
Go on.
He passes, it's put down by Ingleburn. That could be the closest they'll get to the 4 points. And Pez comes away with the ball for Camden. Oh, that was close. A quick look up to the scoreboard will certainly bring them back to earth. Have a look at this. Lynn and Gunning combining. They've been the 2 best for Ingleburn. Camden in their program in the gym twice a week, the team for the last 3 years. It's not compulsory, but the players turn up. And here's Barnard. And the results of their work coming out today. Where will the next try come from? Greg Murdoch turns the pass inside with Pez. Pez takes on the fullback, then stands up and threw a pass. 5 metres out from the line. And Camden on the attack yet again with Murdoch. Spreads it wide for Fisher. Fisher unloads. He probably could have scored himself and got that pass away to Joshua Patterson. And it's hard with so many try scorers, but I think that's his first.
Yeah, simple stuff there from Camden. Powered in the middle of the ruck. Some good inside balls before the try had been scored. Under the post there, they spread the ball wide. And the halfback, Josh Patterson, gets on the scoreboard.
There's plenty of smiles on this Camden side. Denny O'Brien, 28 points in this match. Quite incredible, and he's kicking so well.
Yeah, don't they leave the boot well, Andrew?
Swings them in and over the black dot. 66-0, clickety-click.
Yeah, tremendous rhythm from the young fellow.
Well, 60 points to 0 it was at half-time. They've conceded only 6 points in the second half, Ingleburn. And Murdoch, and that's better work from Ingleburn. A chase from the kickoff. If they're trying.
There's a bit of variation in the kickoff, Andrew. That's a good thing.
They keep saying they are outclassed. That was going to be the case right from the start of the match, but they can only do their best as Pez with a left arm fend and then ducking and weaving, and he gets over halfway. The pass hasn't found its mark. Referee doesn't rule a knock on. It's play on for Camden.
And is Pez the new style of footballer in the late 90s? Could play hooker, halfback. Got a good fend, very strong. Back row today for him.
Here goes